You're most likely doing at least one of these 5 things I'm about to mention, if not all, and it could be the reason why you're struggling to lose weight. I know because I was doing all of them and I was wondering why I'm struggling with losing weight. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 5 things I stopped doing that completely changed my approach to weight loss. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Jess, and if you're not, my name is still Jess, and welcome to Getting Fit on a Budget, a new series I'm starting to document my journey to getting healthier without spending a fortune. Because I don't have a fortune. Disclaimer, I am not a nutritionist or a fitness coach. I've been on this journey for over 3 months now, and instead of waiting until I have the perfect transformation, I've decided to put it out there and bring you along as I learn. So if you're on a similar journey just like myself, hopefully we can learn together. Now, before I get into these 5 things, I want you to know that you can't change everything overnight because you didn't gain them overnight. You have to start making small changes bit by bit, one habit at a time. And these ones I'm about to share are the ones that made the biggest difference for me. So let's start with the first one. I stopped drinking my calories. You wake up in the morning, you take tea. You know, in the Nigerian household, how we make our tea is putting Milo, milk, and sugar. You take tea, you don't just take that alone. No, you have to now pair it with maybe bread, or maybe if you're eating any food, you have to now pair it with soda. And I used to be so, I don't want to use the word addicted because I don't think I was that much addicted, but every time I was eating something, I was always going to pair it with soda or juice because it just makes food feels better. But at the end of the day, you are just going to be drinking empty calories because these drinks, all this soda, juice, and everything, they contain a lot of calories, and your body cannot tell the difference between liquid calories and whole food calories. Whatever you put in your body is actually what is going to count as calories. So imagine in a day you are taking like 4 sodas. Do you know the amount of calories you are going to consume taking 4 sodas? Mind you, you still have your normal proper food to eat, because in your head you're not going to take 4 sodas and just assume that you've eaten for the day, but your body doesn't count calories like that. Okay, so one thing that I actually stopped doing is drinking my calories. So let's say you're on a calorie deficit of 1,500 in a day and your drink has already taken like 1,000. Is it 500 calories of food that you're going to sustain yourself in a day? No, you would still feel hungry afterward, and that's going to make you to overeat, which is going to add up to the calories you're supposed to be on a deficit from. So you see, you have to stop drinking your calories if you want to actually lose weight. And I'm not even saying like, oh, cut it out completely. For me, this past month, I cut it out completely because I don't want to take any chances. I haven't had soda in almost 4 months now. Soda, juice, I had a cocktail on my birthday, but like that's excluded. I haven't had soda in over 4 months now. But if you know that it's not easy for you to cut these things out, there are other options. Is that you swap it with 0 sugar soda. I think those ones have way lesser calories than the regular one. Maybe it's not going to be up to 50 calories. Maybe you can swap it like that, or you just drink water. I mean, water is the ultimate king. It's the ultimate liquid. 0 calories. You can drink as much water as you want in a day, and it's not going to add a single calorie to you. It's easier to drink all these things without noticing how much calories you've taken. I refer to them as empty calories because you will just be taking a lot of them. And you know that big pack of juice, I can finish one in one sitting. So far I have something I'm watching. I don't even have to be watching anything. It just has to be there. I am going to finish it so far it's available. One thing that has also made me to reduce the way I take these things or completely cut them off is not having them around me. Not having these things around you is going to help you largely in trying to cut them off your diet. But if you know you cannot do without it, just go for the low calorie options. I haven't also taken tea in a very long time, like the Milo milk and tea. I haven't taken it also. But if you want to take it, you have to reduce the way you take it drastically. Reduce the Milo, the milk, the sugar, all of these things, because I used to take these things every day, every morning. Tea and bread, 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 tea and bread. But if you want to cut down on these things, you don't have to be taking it. You shouldn't be taking it every day, because these things are the things that add up without you even knowing. I didn't quit it completely. I'm still going to take them once in a while. Like I can still take juice, malt, all these other things once in a while, maybe when I'm ready for it. But right now I don't feel like I'm ready for it, but when I'm ready for it, I can still take it. The second thing for me is I stopped being inactive. A lot of times people think you have to go to the gym to lose weight, and if you cannot have maybe the access to go to the gym, maybe it's too far from you or it's too expensive, they just feel like, oh, there's no need for me going to the gym now, so maybe I have to go to the gym to lose weight since I can't access the gym. let me just stay like that, let me just be in my bed, let me just be sitting down all day, that is going to make your weight loss progress really, really slow. So if there is one thing you have to stop to finally start seeing your weight loss results, is the fact that you have to stop being inactive. Take walks, even if you don't want to do like so much exercises. Take walks, do light cardio. You don't have to walk 10,000 steps. You can start with 5k, you can start with 4k. Anyone that is just, convenient for you, you can start with that until you can build up and progress. One thing I really struggle with is exercises. I feel like I'm too lazy for exercises. I'm just going to start today, tomorrow I've ended it, next tomorrow I'm not doing it again, the next day I'll start all over again. But one thing I've really been consistent with is taking my walks. I feel like walking is so underrated when it comes to weight loss. Okay, I forgot to mention that this past 3 months that I've been doing this weight loss something, I think I don't currently know how much I weigh, but when I last checked, I've lost over 8 kg. And I'm not even on a very restrictive diet. I still eat what I want to eat. I still do the things I want to do in terms of like food and like stuff. I don't even work out that much. Maybe once if I remember. But I take my walks very seriously. I do at least a bad 8,000 steps a day, or like one day 8,000 steps. But if you can do more than that, fine. But the more you move, the more calories you burn, the more energy you burn, because in as much as your entire weight loss depends on what you eat, you cannot out-train a bad diet. You can actually even lose weight without working out or doing these walks and everything. Oh, do your walk, do the walks. They would help your progress faster. 80% of the weight loss is in the food you eat. 20% is in the others. And the other 20% is just so that you can be toned, so that you will not lose weight and be looking. So you have to be toned. That's what the working out is for. You can also do a body recomposition. I feel like that's the part I'm on, the body recomposition. But you cannot really do a body recomposition without going to the gym, because you have to lift weight. And I'm not lifting weight, but maybe step by step as we're progressing, I'm going to start, lifting weight. I ain't gonna train for that, but I'm going to do it regardless, because I have to be strong and toned. Find simple things that would make you move your body. If it's dancing that you like to dance, as you are listening to music, be dancing. Just make sure you are actively burning energy. Just don't be in bed all day just pressing phone. And the third thing is I stopped starving myself. You skip meals, you eat little, you do this, you just do a whole lot of rubbish because you're trying to lose weight in an aggressive way. If you don't know, skipping meals can actually make you gain weight. Yeah, do your research. Your body's going to go into starvation mode and keep fighting. Like, you would not be losing that weight you think you're losing by starving yourself, by skipping meals. You won't lose that weight. Your body will just go straight to starvation mode. Oh my God. Yeah, exactly. Anytime you want to eat, you tend to eat more, because of your body has gone into this mode of, oh my God, it thinks that it's being attacked. So it's trying to reserve that fat in the body. So by the time you're now very, very hungry, you will not eat a lot more than you're supposed to even eat on a normal day, where you're supposed to go and eat your food jejely and badly. I remember one time like this. I did not starve myself, but I did not eat. I think I went somewhere, so I did not eat the entire day. So my body was literally shaking. By the time I came back home, I went to go. Normally I would have taken just one wrap of fufu, one fist of fufu. I went to go and take 2. I'm like, oh my, I'm so hungry. I went to take 2, pack soup and everything. I'm like, this is exactly why you should always eat in like moderate quantity, because if you try to starve yourself, you end up overeating. That day I knew I was overeating, but I did not care because I was hungry, and that's exactly how you feel. You would not care because you'll be hungry. So instead of eating too little or skipping meals in the bid of losing weight, just know what you're eating, know how you are eating it, and eat. Actually, you have to eat to lose weight, but you have to eat correctly. You don't have to starve yourself. You don't have to feel like, oh, you have to eat the tiniest portion of food. Just know what you're eating and how you are eating. That's why the number one thing if you want to lose weight is being on a calorie deficit. You have to be on a calorie deficit to lose weight. If you want to gain weight, you be on a calorie surplus. Calorie surplus. Yeah. But if you want to lose weight, you have to be on a deficit. And also, carbs are not the enemy. Carbs are not your enemy. Rice is not your enemy, because a lot of people are like, they'll just cut out carbs completely, because in their head carb is the one making them fat. Carb is not making you fat though, because if you feel like you can do without carbs, the other food, I hope you know, other healthy food can make you fat. What matters is how you eat it. Be on a portion control. So you can still eat your rice, you can still eat your eba, you can still eat your fufu, and you will still lose weight. You just have to be on a deficit, because even if you're eating avocado every single day, avocado has a lot of calories in it if you don't know, and it's going to make you fat. Hell, it's healthy fat, but it will make you fat. But the goal is not to, be fat, is to lose weight. So if you are trying to lose weight, there are some things that you just have to be very minimal about. There are things you can eat in surplus, like for instance, potato. Sweet potatoes are one, is like the number one go-to food for weight loss. Potatoes, they are very, very, very high in fiber. They are complex carbs though, but they're high in fiber and can keep you full for a very long time. Eat balanced meal. Eat your proteins, eat your carbs, eat your fiber. As time goes on, I'm going to make videos sharing some things I eat, or some things I'm learning to eat in this whole journey of mine. And yeah, we're going to learn together. I'm going to be very honest with you. Diets are the hardest part of weight loss. Like if you're trying to lose weight, you're going to go and lift weight, going to go and, if your diet is trash, you are not going to lose weight. What you put inside your mouth, what you put inside your body is what's going to determine if you're going to gain weight or if you're going to lose weight. You did not gain all this weight in one day, so you cannot lose it in one day. So if you're trying to lose 20 kg in 1 month, I'm sorry to break the news to you, you're going to suffer yourself. You're going to suffer yourself, and you're going to beat yourself up every single time if you don't achieve the thing you're trying to achieve. If you're losing weight for health reasons and all of that, you should visit a proper doctor or anybody that can tell you what to do proper. Don't go and be watching random things on the internet. Fourth thing I stopped doing is using too much oil. Oh my god, I did not know that oil had so much calories. For someone that used to eat fried eggs almost every day, fried potatoes, fried yam, fried chicken, fried turkey, fried this, fried that, hey, if you know the amount of calories in oil, I saw something somewhere. This person said if you're on, your fit farm journey and you're not trying to gain weight, or you're trying to lose weight on this fitness journey, and you don't have an air fryer, you're playing. So me, I'm here playing because I don't have an air fryer. Hopefully one day I'll get an air fryer, because there's some things you just have to eat fried, like plantain now. Fried plantain is big. So imagine not having to fry a lot of stuff because of the calories in the oil. 1 tablespoon of oil is like 120 calories. And we all know we don't use 1 tablespoon of oil to fry anything. Now, can you just give yourself a pictorial representation of what the oil you used to use to fry your eggs? For me, now, if I'm frying my eggs before, I used to just pour oil like this. To fry 2 eggs, I would probably pour like maybe up to 20 tablespoons of oil. Free pouring, if you're cooking this, cooking that, you're just free pouring your oil. Those things used to hinder progress. If you don't know it now. They hinder progress. By the time I discovered, I used to use 1 tablespoon of oil to make egg sauce. I don't know how I did that. I will share the process of how I make my egg sauce with 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil. It's not like, the normal one, but it's sustainable. It's something that is better for the path I'm trying to go. You have to make a lot of sacrifices in this journey. Whether I like it or not, you have to make sacrifices. So yeah, the calories in oil is so much that if you're not careful, you would consume lots and lots of it. So you don't have to eliminate it completely. You just have to be intentional about how you use it. If you can get measuring cups, if you can get, things that, or even oil spray. I don't have that one. I've never even used it before, but there are some other options you can get rather than just free pouring your oil. Even the healthy oil still contains the same type of calories. So if you like say, oh, I'm using olive oil, I'm using coconut oil, they are still the same calories. Okay. 5th one is I stopped having cheat days and I stopped snacking mindlessly. I do not believe in cheat days. Some people be like, oh, Sundays is my cheat day, Tuesday is my cheat day. Cheat day is basically the day you can eat anything you want. You can even go above 2,000, 3,000 calories. I don't think that's the right way to go. Do you think so? Because I don't think so. Do not have cheat days. Well, for me, I'm speaking based on personal opinion. I do not have cheat days, because if you know how you eat and what to eat, you can eat anything you want at any time. So far, you know what you're eating for the day. I don't count my calories. I've never counted my calories, but I feel like I'm going to count my calories at some point, so I know what I'm actually consuming. Because if you are not used, if you don't really know like certain things, you might think you're in a portion control or a calorie deficit, but by the time you start to count your calories, you just discover that you're not in a deficit, you're actually in a surplus. Count your calories. It's not something that you might do every single time, but I feel like it's okay to count it. A lot of people say that counting calories makes you miserable. I don't know because I've never counted my calories like this whole time, but I got a food scale. Where's my food scale? I actually got this food scale sometime. It's been months, but I've never used it before, but I'm going to use it very soon. I said earlier that I'm not in a strict deficit though. Like, I know I cut off tea, soda, even bread, noodles. I cut these things off. I've not eaten bread in so long. I've not eaten noodles in so long, and I reduce the way I take my oil. But still, I'm not in a very, very restrictive calories. I still snack. So back to what I'm saying, I stopped mindless snacking and I stopped having cheat days. The goal is to eat healthy, is to stay healthy. You won't be in a deficit forever. I mean, it gets to a point where you feel like, oh, you're okay with where you are at the moment. Like me, I don't want to lose any more weight, to be honest, but I still have some things to work on, which will still require me to be in a deficit, but I'm going to have to eat a lot of protein and a lot of fiber. Having cheat days is not something I would really recommend because you might just overeat, end up overeating that day, and you will just eat. By the time you now eat that day, you will not feel bad that, oh my god, I ate so much. Your bad day will not turn to a bad week because you will not start feeling guilty or feel bad that you've eaten a lot of rubbish that or your cheat day. Then the rest of the week will not be bad because in your head you fucked this up already, you've messed this up already, so why should I continue? But if you want to snack on some things, you can just buy them or snack on fruits, or maybe they're like protein bars and stuff. Me, I've not gotten those ones before, sharp. But if you have the money to buy all these healthy snacks still have calories, so everything is just in moderation. So before grabbing that snack to eat, ask yourself, are you really hungry or are you just bored? Because a lot of us eat out of boredom, not that we are hungry. You just notice that what you actually need is water, what you need is fruit, what you need is this, but because of these things available here, you eat. You start eating, and you don't know that you're just eating a lot of things that make you to stay fat. In conclusion, food is not running away. The food is still going to be there. Just eat in moderation. I'm going to be adding one more thing for you. Stop restarting every Monday. Learn to move on quickly. Hear me out. Just because you had a bad day or you had a bad week, you've overeaten, you've done this, you've done that, you feel like, oh my god, I can't continue with this, I've messed this up, so I'm going to restart next week Monday. Let this week continue as the bad eating week that it has been, and you're just on a Tuesday. So your Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, let it be the bad week, I'll start on Monday. No. Even if you had a bad eating day today, don't worry, just move on from that. In the night or the next day, go back to your normal eating schedule. Don't turn the entire week into a bad week just because you had a bad day. So learn to move on quickly. So by the time you've moved on from all these things, you see that it's a lot more easy. I'm not saying you should go and start doing this thing every time, but it's just much easier to move on from this thing and continue from where you stopped than to now give up completely and now start saying, oh my god, I can't continue this again. I give up. Don't give up, oh. If you give up, you're still the one that will carry your body like that. Nobody's going to help you to do anything except you have the money to go and remove it surgically. Fine and good. So these are simply some of the things that have helped me to lose weight over the last few months. And no, I'm not saying these are the only things that helped me to lose weight. I am just sharing what made a difference for me. If there is one thing I want you to take from this video, is that losing weight doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be something you would beat yourself up for. Sometimes it's simply just letting go of the habits that have been holding you back, the bad habits, the overeating, binge eating. Small changes repeated consistently can make a big difference over time. So I'd love to know, which of these habits do you think have been holding you back the most? So let me know in the comments, because I would genuinely love to hear your experiences. And if you're trying to get fit and healthy and you're on a budget, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, because this is just the beginning and there is more and more coming up. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like, leave a comment, subscribe, share, do all those nice stuff. I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye.